Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with comedian, actress Jill Michelle Melean.
Hello, I like how you say it. Hello, we also talk like this.
Y es cubana, y habla bastante bien español.
Well, pero no cubana. No, I'm mixed. I'm actually Irish and Bolivian, but I grew up in Miami, so Cuban by association.
There you go.
Yes, so when I speak Spanish, it's like, oye, ¿cómo está? Oye, ¿cómo está? And my dad's like, oh, you know. But it's funny. Yeah, I was saying one of your producers, like, when you meet someone that's from Miami, it's like family here.
Yes.
You know, you're like, pastelito, it's all food. Con brie, arroz con pollo. You're like, huh? I guess so. It's good times.
So, tell me about this. It says here you won awards by performing Bible verses in theaters.
Well, I went to a private school. And, you know, because I always knew, like, I had this, like, bug for acting. And I would tell my parents, like, you know, look at the television and be like, I want to do that. And they would look at me like, but this, no, you can't do that. No. Like, it was like a whole other world to them. And so I was in a private school. And what's funny is that my dad's Catholic and my mom is Christian. And they put me in a Southern Baptist school because it was the best school in the neighborhood.
No wonder you did Britney so well.
So, oh yeah. And so...
She's a Southern Baptist?
You want some more of that, baby. You know that.
So I went to school there, and they didn't allow, like, acting or anything like that. So the only thing they had was these language arts. So you would have to, like, do Bible verses, and people would compete, and you'd get awards. So I was like... Thou art thy shepherd. Like, it was just, and I did it. I would win all these awards, and then I finally was able to go to public school, my 11th and 12th grade, year to Hialeah, my Malays, and I went to school there and did my first play, Steel Magnolias. I was cast right away, and I just like, yes, this is it.
You didn't enjoy the Bible verses?
You know, it's hard to really commit to words that you really, like, you know, kind of don't even know what it is anymore, you know? It's
you
like...
could have went into, like, Deborah Wilson mode from Mad TV and been like, you know, our Father who art in heaven, you know what I'm saying?
Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come,
that's
thy
your
will be
friend.
done.
Let me tell you, her friend, one of her best
Yeah.
friends is Deborah Wilson from I'm a huge fan of Deborah's. And what is she doing?
Well, me, Deborah, and Mo Collins, we have a show called The Girls of Mad TV, and we tour, and we do theaters, and it's so much fun. And so Deborah says, I'm not a stand-up. I'm not a stand-up.
That's her.
But she gets up there and she goes, I'm going to only do like 5 minutes, girl, and I'm bringing you up. I'm doing 5 minutes, that's it. And then she gets up, and she's there for like 30 minutes. We're like, Deborah? Like, seriously? So it's such an incredible show. She comes out, and then I come out. I do about 45 to an hour, and then Deborah comes back out again, and then Mo comes in, and then we tell her to do 1 minute, and then
and she still does
me
20.
and Mo tell her, like, we do 20 seconds because that means she'll do 5 minutes, and then Mo comes out, does her thing, and then we end with a closing dance number, and it is hilarious. Like, it's just. It's so much fun. So we're really close. We stayed close, which is nice, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
But when you're out there, you're doing stand-up.
I do stand up, yeah. I'm pretty...
She's doing something else.
She just talks, and, you know, she's funny, though.
Yeah.
Again, like what you said with your show here, it's like, it doesn't necessarily have to be stand up. Like, she's just hilarious. Like, we break out into characters, like and voices all the time. So, like Carlos Alazraqui, another one, a good friend of mine that I tour with, from Reno 911, and he does a million voices on the cartoons and stuff, like Rocco, and did the Taco Bell dog. It's really hard to sit next to him sometimes. You're like, because he's like just constant, and you're like, oh. Yeah, just all these different voices. I feel really, really sad for his wife.
But you feel very comfortable in his company. Isn't that sad?
Yeah,
We like to be in company of people with these multiple personalities.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you do any impressions of any Jews or any black women?
Oh, that's hilarious. Any Jews or any black women? I don't know. I could talk like this. I don't know. It's just like the lady that lives down in Boca that I know that she sells shoes. But that's all. You know, I gotta tell you, I swear this bra's so tight. And then as far as the black people, I think everybody has an inner black girl. I really do. I really do.
Even I do. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It just takes that certain thing. I was on. Oh, yeah. I was on a date, and this guy, very wealthy man, asked me, he goes, when the check came, he goes, so you want a split seat? And I was like,
Split
and
second.
you know, the inner black girl was like she's like, the heat was rising from my body. You know, like it starts at your feet. You're all like, and then it was like I turned into a gargoyle. I was like it was so, and I looked across that table. I was like, what you say? Oh, no, you didn't. No, you want to splitsy up in here, huh? Oh, yeah, I'm getting loud. That's right, I'm getting loud. I'm not paying for anything. No, I'm not gonna pay for anything. Are you kidding? This ain't free.
That's funny. So, you just split the bill?
I didn't have to pay.
So. Good. Did he get any?
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. But I think he learned his lesson next time he asks a question like that to somebody. So, but
that takes a lot of cojones.
That does, you know.
I can say that on this station because they'll say, cojones, I've never heard of this designer.
We should start a line. We should start a line. They're little dangling bedazzled balls that go from a keychain, you know? So.
Right to the wallet.
Right, exactly.
So what is zombie marriage counseling? This is something you wrote and produced. Tell us about that.
Yes, Zombies Marriage. It's on adam.com, which is Comedy Central online. And we... You know, our brain doesn't stop. And so we were just like goofing off and we came up with this idea of these zombies that are in marriage counseling. And they're just like normal people, you know, but they're zombies, you know. And so they deal with problems just like everybody else, except they're immortal. And and so we have Jenica Berger, which is the counselor, and she's from the Drew Carey Show. She was his girlfriend on that show. And Lance Patrick plays my husband, and the woman that did our makeup is from Dexter. Yeah. Okay. So you can find it. It's on my site, jillyonline.com.
That's JILLY online.
Thank you. JILLYonline.com. And you could see clips of it, and it is just hysterical. It is ridiculous. So they bought the two, and they've been airing and doing really well. And
good for you.
So I'm
always happy for you.
Thank you. I'm happy for you too.
She is. I mean, genuinely, because you have to be with female comics.
Absolutely. So you were on Mad TV, but I see here that you dream of being on SNL.
I did when I was 3 years old. I told my parents I was going to be on SNL and win an Oscar. So I got Mad TV. I was like, that's pretty close, you know. However, I still, one day I really want to host.
Host SNL?
Yeah, host SNL. I
thought you wanted to.
No, I know the game now, and, you know, it's like theater and, you know, the more the theatrical performing and, you know, and just because the comedy timing that we have, which is not a learned trait, you just have it, is so wonderful that I want to continue doing sitcom work and things like that, but then also win an Oscar. I want to be the first female that crosses over, because Madeline Kahn I'm carrying out her legacy. Like she was right there, she was nominated, but I'm going to win because there hasn't been a strong, beautiful female that can relate to most of America. I mean, we have Whoopi Goldberg, but she's a character. So it would be really nice. That's my. I will die trying. I'll be 84.
You will die trying.
Not Palin though. She's a beautiful woman who's appealing.
There you go. All right, we have got to take a break. Jill, thank you so much for being on the show.
Will you come back and see us?
I will so come back and see you guys. Seriously. That was Drew Barrymore for you guys. So.
Oh, wait, before she goes, I just want to know, Brittany, will you come back and see us again?
Oh, yeah, I will, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll be right back with This Week in Anti-Semitism.
Up next, it's This Week in Anti-Semitism with James and Sunda executive producer Sue Katz.